and I have the honor of serving as your Chief Marshal. I'm so happy to see everyone here, not just the soon-to-be graduates, but also Baruch College staff and faculty, and of course the VIPs. By that I mean all your family and your friends whose support helped make this day possible for so many of you. As a Baruch alum myself, of the very school in which I now teach, though many years ago, I am even more excited and proud to be here with you on your graduation day. And while I love to be out here with all of you, I'm here for a reason right now. As Chief Marshal, it's my job to explain very quickly what you'll be seeing when we start this in just a few minutes. This ceremony is extra special as well, because it's my understanding that many of you didn't have a high school graduation, right? So, even though you're ending your college career, this isn't a conclusion ceremony. It's a commencement. That word, commence, means to begin something. We're here to celebrate your new beginning, this exciting next phase of your life post-college. If you've ever been to a graduation in this country or really around the world, college or otherwise, you're going to notice some similarities among the ceremonies. This is because these ceremonies share traditions that can be traced as far back as the Middle Ages. Back then, the church had profound influence over the early European university systems. So much of what you'll see today were born from religious customs. Most obvious, of course, is this super stylish attire. The caps and the gowns, which resemble medieval clergy garments. If you look around, among the different undergraduate students to the graduates, and then the faculty, you'll notice some minor symbolic differences among the academic achievement levels of the garments. For instance, the hoods, these things, are significant as they state fields of study. Gold for the sciences, dark blue for philosophy, and copper for economics. And believe it or not, even the length of the hoods matter, as they indicate the wearer's degree, with doctoral recipients being the longest. Lastly, of course, the most fun part, these tassels, these little things hanging off your mortar board. That's the name of your cool square graduation cap, which many of you decorated, which is great. For undergrads, you haven't yet received your bachelor's degree. That comes at the end of this ceremony, so your tassel should be on the right of your mortarboard cap. At the magical time when the degrees are conferred, you will shift your tassels from the right to the left. For master's and doctoral candidates, your tassel should be and will stay on the left, like mine, since you've already have your bachelor's degree. Only the undergrads get to play with those. Now let's talk about the ceremony quickly. In a few minutes, we'll begin with the procession into the arena, led by 3 outstanding students carrying the banners of each of Baruch's 3 schools: the Mark School of Public and International Affairs, the Wiseman School of Arts and Sciences, and what's the other one? The Zicklin School of Business, that's right. Relax. After the flag bearers, I'll magically appear back there to lead the procession of faculty marshals, other faculty, and the presidential party. Once President Wu takes the stage, things officially begin. Before I end, some quick but important announcements. Please remember, today is for everyone to enjoy. Those around you are as eager to see their loved ones as you are, so please don't be disruptive, don't get out of your seat, don't block anyone's view. And just in case you've been asleep since like 1995, you can't smoke, you can't vape on the premises. Please don't. Basically, just be cool, don't be a knucklehead. Speaking of which, now is the perfect time to silence all the phones, the tablets, the phablets, the watches, the Siris, the Alexas, all that stuff. You can still take photos with the sound off, please. In fact, you'll have plenty of time to take photos. After the ceremony, we'll have stations set up outside on the plaza for those Insta-worthy shots. Even our lovable mascot, the Baruch Bearcat, will be roaming around ready to photobomb. Lastly, in a moment, you can direct your attention to the big board up there. Oh, look at me. As we are pleased to share a special video tribute from CUNY Chancellor Felix Matos Rodriguez. Please enjoy these messages, but before you do, let me be the first to say congratulations. Here's to a wonderful day.
Greetings, everyone, and thank you, President Wu, for inviting me to be part of this exciting and momentous occasion for the Baruch College class of 2024. We can feel the energy here at the Barclays Arena. A shout out and a welcome to our commencement speaker, Lara Abrush. And on behalf of the entire CUNY community, it is a great honor and a point of pride to congratulate our graduates on their hard-earned achievements and distinctions. Congratulations as well to your honorary degree recipient, Dr. Shin Decatur, my good friend. We're happy to honor you today. For all our graduates, today is a celebration of the aspiration, perseverance, and accomplishment that have brought you to this exciting moment. It is a day to look ahead to the opportunities that you have worked so hard to create. As you made your way around our city this year, you might have noticed the subway and bus ads featuring fellow students and CUNY's promise of a degree for every dream. Each of you is the embodiment of those dreams and all the great promise that comes with a CUNY degree. Like generations of graduates who have come before, many of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. Your family might have roots far away from New York. Many of you began your educational journey in the depth of the pandemic, but you stayed focused despite the hardships and disruption. No matter your background or experience, there isn't a graduate among you who hasn't overcome obstacles to get here today. As you contemplate the future, take a moment to reflect on how your CUNY experience has shaped you, expanded your mind, and helped put you on a new path. Think of the professors and mentors who have inspired you, the friendships that you have made, and the bonds you've formed with a community that will forever be yours. Along with your fellow 2024 graduates on CUNY campuses all across New York City, you are joining millions of alumni who help lift New York and drive it through hard work and engagement with their communities. Now you're part of that great legacy, and I only ask one favor. As you move forward in life and make us proud, take CUNY with you. Don't forget your CUNY family. I'm excited for your future and thrilled to extend my heartfelt congratulations to you and your families on behalf of the entire CUNY community. Thank you. Buena suerte. We're proud of you, and we will always have your back.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the hall, representing candidates for the degrees of Master of Public Administration, Executive Master of Public Administration, Master of International Affairs, and the Master of Science in Education in Higher Education Administration is Timothy Hunter, carrying the banner for the Austin W. Marks School of Public and International Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the hall, representing candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts in Arts Administration, Master of Arts in Corporate Communication, Master of Science in Financial Engineering, Master of Science in Industrial Organizational Psychology, and the Master of Arts in Mental Health Counseling is Joshua Vodu, carrying the banner for the George and Mildred Weissman School of Arts and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the hall, representing candidates for the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Executive Master of Business Administration, Executive Master of Business Administration and Healthcare Administration, Master of Science and Executive Master of Science, and the Doctor of Business Administration degrees is W. Gonzalo Vasconez, carrying the banner for the Zicklin School of Business. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the hall, representing the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, is Sophia Trevisani, carrying the banner for the Austin W. Marks School of Public and International Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the hall, representing candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science, is Carly Quint, carrying the banner for the George and Mildred Weissman School of Arts and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the hall, representing candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, is Joshua Steinberg, carrying the banner for the Zicklin School of Business. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that all guests please stand and remain standing. Now entering the hall, the faculty of the Austin W. Marks School of International and Public Affairs, the Mildred and George Weissman School of Arts and Sciences, and the Zicklin School of Business of Baruch College, followed by the Commencement Faculty Marshals. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the hall in the position of highest honor, the Distinguished Platform Party, City University of New York Trustee Mayra Linares Garcia, City University of New York Executive Vice Chancellor and University Provost Wendy Hensel, and the President of Baruch College, S. David Wu. Leading the party platform is Faculty Chief Marshal Marco Decina.
Mr. President, the hour is at hand and the guests are assembled. May these proceedings begin. As the opening for the event, let us all rise for the national anthem, which will be led by Blake Augustus, a mezzo-soprano who received her MBA last year in this very arena. Blake?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Please be seated. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to the 2024 commencement of Baruch College. Deserves applause. I am Linda Essig, Provost and Senior Vice President of the college, and I am honored to be your host. This is a special day of celebration, and it is your day, graduates. To all of the parents, the grandparents, the brothers, sisters, aunts, and uncles, families, and friends, welcome. Baruch College is a place of opportunity and exploration. Your time at Baruch has been unique to you and the pursuit of your dreams. We are grateful to have helped guide you to this part of your life's journey, and know that while today closes one chapter, a new one is just beginning. Wherever your future takes you, remember this moment. Remember the incredible pride of your Baruch family. You, class of 2024, are truly unstoppable. It is my honor to invite President S. David Wu to the podium to officially start our graduation ceremony today.
Good morning, and welcome to our graduates, families, friends, members of our faculty, and many distinguished guests to this wonderful occasion. I'm proud to present a wonderful program for the class of 2024. Today's commencement address will be delivered by Lara Bresch, Chair of Deloitte US, the largest professional services organization in the United States, and a Baruch alumna who received her Master of Business Administration degree at the Zikrin School of Business. We'll also be hearing from Mayla Linares Garcia, a member of the CUNY Board of Trustees. In addition, we'll be bestowing an honorary degree upon Dr. Sean Decatur, the president of the American Museum of Natural History. And perhaps most of all, as president of Baruch College, I take great pride in the fact that today we'll be conferring 5,419 undergraduate and graduate degrees. Baruch College is a stellar academic institution and a proud member of the nation's largest urban university system, the City University of New York. CUNY is home to 25 colleges and professional schools across the city's 5 boroughs. At any given time, there are more than 250,000 students pursuing degrees at CUNY from all ages and backgrounds. Today, we are honored to have Mayla Linares Garcia here to present the CUNY Board of Trustees. Ms. Linares Garcia, a skilled public affairs and communications strategist, currently serves as the Vice President of Public Affairs and Communications for Liberty Coca-Cola Beverages. She was appointed to the board in 2016 and reappointed in 2021, and serves on the board's Student Life, Facility Planning and Management, and Advancement and External Affairs committees. Mayla, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the podium to address the class of 2024.
Good morning, President Wu, faculty members, parents, families, and most importantly, the Baruch College graduating class of 2024. Congratulations, woo! It is my great honor to be here on behalf of the Board of Trustees to celebrate a significant milestone in your lives, a accumulation of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Today is a testament to your resilience, strength, and unwavering commitment to your education. You have worked hard, pushed yourselves, and learned and grow, both academically and personally. As you reflect on your time in college, realize that it was more than just the classes and assignments. It was a time of self-discovery, of forming friendships that will last a lifetime, and of realizing your future. I'm sure there was times of challenges, triumphs, setbacks, and success, and through it all, you have emerged stronger, wiser, and ready to take on whatever comes next. I do want to thank your friends and families, your colleagues, and a lot of your professors that are here that care about you as well. They've seen your journey and your challenges, and God knows all the work you've done to get here today, but we're also very proud of you. So as you embark on the next phase of your journey, remember to stay true to yourself. Follow your passions and continue to learn and grow. The world is full of possibilities, and you and your education and determination will give you the power to make a positive impact. You are the future leaders, innovators, and change makers of tomorrow. Congratulations, and may you continue to shine brightly in all that you do. The world is yours for the taking. Go out there and make us proud. We cannot wait to see the amazing things you will achieve in the future. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Trustees Linares Garcia, for celebrating with us today. I'm also pleased to introduce a very special guest from CUNY Chancery today, Wendy Hansel, Executive Vice Chancellor and University Provost for the City University of New York, is a distinguished legal scholar and academic leader who has dedicated her career to promoting inclusivity, academic excellence, and opportunity for all students. Thank you, Wendy, for joining us today. It is now my true privilege to introduce our commencement speaker for the class of 2024. Lara Abrash, Chair of Deloitte US and proud Baruch alumna. Ms. Abrash, who hails from Long Island, exemplifies what can be achieved with a Baruch education. Having earned her MBA here at the Zicklin School of Business, her rise to the top of her field as chair of Deloitte US reflects a career that's built on dedication, innovative thinking, and a deep-seated belief in creating opportunities for others. Her journey of leadership at Deloitte is notable, including her previous role as chair and chief executive officer of Deloitte & Touche LLP, where she oversaw the US audit and assurance business. She also contributed her expertise on a global scale as a member of the Deloitte Global Board of Directors. We have celebrated her success with both the Alumni Business Leadership Award and the Distinguished Alumna Award, acknowledging her influence and leadership in the business world, which was further recognized by AACSB International. Lara has always been forward-thinking and has credited her experiences at Baruch as a driving force in her leadership of diverse teams. Her drive for promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion is perhaps most evident in her past finding Deloitte's Making Accounting Diverse and Equitable program, also known as MADE, M-A-D-E. And that commitment aimed to cultivate diversity in the accounting profession. She also served as chair of the Deloitte Foundation, which is focused on championing initiatives that aim to enhance teaching, research, and innovation in curricula, and dedicated her time to the Jackie Robinson Foundation, which combined her passion for sports and increasing educational and development opportunities for minority youth. And I know it is of utmost importance that I also mention that she's a lifelong New York Mets fan. In Lara, we see the embodiment of Baruch's core values: excellence, impact, and inclusion, and a commitment to innovation. We are delighted to welcome her today as she shares her insights and experiences with the graduating class. Please join me to warmly welcome Lara to the stage.
Oh my. Go Barclays! So thank you so much, President Wu, and good morning, class of 2024. Now, I have to admit, this is a big moment for you, but for me as well. I knew my Baruch degree would take me places, but I never thought it would set me up to be a headline at Barclays. What an honor. Truly, I'm humbled to be with all of you today. This really, really is such a significant moment for all of you, so please, please, please bask in this moment. Especially if your last graduation didn't exactly go as planned. I'm sure all of us can relate to a canceled event or two back in 2020. But it really means the world to me to be with all of you today. To celebrate you, because I was sitting where all of you are today just 30 years ago. I found my tassel. Sorry, I'm about to get a little emotional here. I'll go a little off script. 30 years ago, we had this event at the Madison Square Garden. I was joined by my mom, my family, and so many people who cared about me. And today I stand here very happily married. My husband Gary is here with me today, my biggest supporter, and two wonderful children. And for all the parents out there, I could also relate with you because I have two children now also in college. They say time flies, It soars. Remember that. But I know all the halls you've all walked. I know for many of you, you're working second, third jobs just to put yourself through school. And like many of you, I myself am the first in my family to go to college. And I also know the countless minutes and hours you've all spent commuting, not just to get here today, but to get to your classes. And I also know my times back at Baruch, those days that I would go to Ray's Pizza or someplace else after class just to feed myself in between classes. But I'm here today to remind you that you can be anything you want to be, as long as you pursue your goals and your dreams with the same passion and persistence that brought you to this very moment. Growing up and throughout my entire school, my mom, the one I just talked about, my one and only, she's my biggest fan, like many of us in this room. Well, not my mom. She's my biggest fan. Your mom may be your biggest fan, or someone else. But she told me many, many, many times that if I gave it my all, I could be anything I wanted to be. So passion and persistence didn't just get me through my time at Baruch, it's what brought me here in the first place. I was lucky enough to discover what I wanted to be in middle school. My class did the books and records for Firehouse 123. I know, don't make fun of me, but I knew right then I always wanted to be an accountant. My passion for numbers, critical thinking, and problem solving brought me to SUNY Albany for my undergraduate degree, where I pursued an economics degree. But I knew that was only half the battle. I needed to put myself through school to really, really make my accounting dreams a reality. I had to go back to grad school. And I was committed to going to Baruch. I earned my way in, and I persisted through whatever challenges came my way. Juggling work and class schedules was never easy, and it made a journey a little bit longer than others, but for Baruch, it was worth it. And if I'm ever entered into the Hall of Fame of accounting or anything else, I can assure you, I'll be wearing Baruch as my baseball cap. Baruch changed the trajectory of my entire life. It didn't just set up to create the career I have today, but it's the career I've always dreamt of. And I found my people here too. Those passions and the people who supported me taught me some important lessons, lessons that continue to serve me well. So today, class, I would like to share 3 of them, from one Baruch alum to another Baruch alum. First, make grit your greatest asset. Let me illustrate with a quick story. You heard before, I'm a diehard Mets fan. I grew up playing softball, and by the way, being a Mets fan gives you grit in itself. But I grew up playing softball, and still today I play on a women's team and I play first base in my free time. And growing up, I discovered a lot about who I was and who I wanted to be on that softball field. I learned that I didn't need to be the fastest or the strongest player on the team to be a leader. I learned that I'd have those days, those awful days, where I'd watch teammates hit home runs while I was sitting there striking out. And I learned that the most valuable players on the team aren't always the ones who had the natural talent or who never dropped the ball. The most valuable players were the ones who were determined to win at all costs. And I had to remind myself of these lessons while I was in school and early in my career. Like when I was frustrated that my peers who followed a more linear track were getting further and faster. It didn't seem at the time like they faced the same barriers I did. But I can assure you, in softball and in life, there is no limit to how many times a player can strike out. There's always another chance to step up to the plate, to learn from failure, to eventually succeed. And that, fellow alum, that's grit. Grit is not something you're born with or something that could be handed to you. Grit is forged through perseverance and earned through resilience. In retrospect, I realized I wasn't the only one who had to get crafty. You never know what someone else is dealing with behind the scenes or how many hurdles they've jumped over to get where they are now. This is especially true at a school like Baruch, where many of us traveled long distances or worked multiple jobs to pursue our passions. Back in the day, I lived in Long Island when I went here. This meant for me waking up at 4 a.m. to catch a train to the city. Then, I'd spend the entire day working at a small accounting firm to then walk down to Baruch for my night classes, stand in line for those elevators and the raised pizza. Oh, and wait in line again for the elevators. Well, then you could find me at a bar at Penn Station late at night doing my homework before catching the train home. Many of you may be thinking, wow, that sounds familiar. Like you, I was determined to do whatever it took to start the next chapter of my life. At the beginning and the end of long days like these, it's easy to feel alone. Like we're the only ones brushing the dirt off our hands and stepping back up to that plate. But the truth is that, especially here, we're in it together. We are more united than divided. We're blessed with a special opportunity to be part of a community that can relate to our challenges and lift us up when those times get tough. When we offer other people understanding instead of judgment, we become more empathetic, learn about someone else's experiences and perspectives, and build stronger relationships with one another. In other words, we get more out of life. All of you, all of us, have grit from all the things you've navigated to get here and from your time at Baruch. And that grit is what will give you the traction to dig in and take the next step forward. And trust me, in the world we're in, grit is needed more now than ever. Let your grit be your superpower and never, ever, ever forget it's your greatest asset. Now, my second lesson. While we're speaking about building relationships, I want you to have the courage to seek guidance and inspiration from others who don't sound, think, or look like you. Baruch is known for its incredible diversity, and that diversity is truly one of its greatest gifts. For me, my time here is highlighted with diversity. English was a second language for many of my fellow classmates. My classes in the hallways were filled with unique perspectives and different lived experiences. We came together and learned from one another. We learned from our differences. It truly was an inclusive place. And now, just look around at your fellow graduates. That same incredible diversity exists today, and in this regard, Baruch is like no other college or university. It is incredibly special. Whether you realize it or not, being part of this rich diversity has made you a better person. My time at Baruch certainly made me a better person. And when we're exposed to different viewpoints, diverse viewpoints, we become more innovative, effective, and productive leaders in our communities and in our workplaces. We unearth problems we may not have seen otherwise. We create solutions that are positively and equitably impact those around us. And on the flip side, when we devalue and deprioritize diversity, we all lose. So, if you come across or find yourself in an environment that isn't very diverse, have the courage and make it a habit to speak up and say that these spaces don't reflect our society. And as you pursue your own passions, asking for advice from people with different experiences, and absolutely seeking out dissenting views from your own is vital. And please make sure to thank those people as well. And right now, I want all of you to look around and acknowledge the friends, family members, colleagues, and professors who you've leaned in on for guidance and inspiration. And now I'm going to give you your first homework assignment for the day, even though you thought you were done. Either now or later, I want you to drop a note to one of those people, thanking them and picking a select moment where they said something to you that still sticks with you. I have many, many of those memories from my time here at Baruch. Not only will this make you feel better, but it will also make those individuals feel confident to continue to share those diverse views and push you to be even better. And to my own family, friends, and colleagues that are here in the audience, I see you now, and those who aren't, I want to thank you for supporting me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without you. And now, last but not least, lesson number 3. Don't be afraid to keep learning and keep evolving. The person you were when you enrolled at Baruch and the person you are now are very, very different. And that's a good thing. A lot can and will change over the course of 4 years. Who our president is, the technology we use, the trends we wear. I may be overly generous talking about myself, but my braces and my mismatched pantsuits I wore when I first started Deloitte, I'm not sure those were trends, but, well, you get my point. Change is a testament to the quality of education, variety of experience Baruch provides, and it's a testament to the kinds of people you surround yourself with too. We're always learning from our environments and the people around us. And that process doesn't stop after graduation. So, instead of resisting change, lean into it. I had to lean into change during my early years in my career, when I used to think that great leaders were the ones who only focused on results. As a young leader, I was so results-driven that I didn't take the time to think about how my approach impacted other people on my team. I soon realized that wasn't the kind of leader I wanted to be, and I course-corrected. I told my teammates how I planned to change, and I gave them space to speak their minds. Being vulnerable, it was uncomfortable. It usually is. But it enabled me to grow into the leader I am now. Growth can be scary, but we need to embrace. We need to embrace growth to be the best versions of ourselves. Because when we allow ourselves to grow, we give our passions and dreams space to grow 2. And as our world continues to evolve, it's important to hold on to the lesson we've learned from our most formative experiences in life. That includes the ones you've developed right here at Baruch. These lessons, making grit your greatest asset, having the courage to seek guidance and inspiration from those who bring diverse viewpoints in yours, and bravely embracing the process of learning and evolving will help all of you reach your highest potential, keep you motivated on your path forward to accomplishing your dreams. So, after commencement and a well-earned graduation set of parties, I encourage you to find some time for yourself to reflect on the past few years and ask yourselves, what lessons did I learn? How will I use them? And who will I share them with? And now, homework assignment number 2, fellow alum. Please think about somebody who would benefit from hearing a lesson from you, who you see potential in maybe a way they don't see in themselves, who you want to have either sitting in these seats or in other rooms where it happens, and send them a note and impart your wisdom and what you've learned on them and help them be a better person like you are. Do it now or do it later, but please know you have the ability to pay it forward. And best of luck, class of 2024. I am so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish next.
Thank you. Thank you, Lara, for your inspiring words and for staying so connected to your Baruch family. Now, I would like to take a moment to address the class of 2024 myself. Today, you are embarking on a new journey. Now, this may sound a little bit like a standard commencement sentiment, but let's dive a little bit deeper into what it means to find a reason for your journey. When I was where you are, looking toward my future with the same excitement you'll feel today, the world was a very different place. Certain technologies were just starting to find their way into society, and there was a sense of optimism around the world. We saw the first space shuttle launched, the first woman was appointed to the US Supreme Court, popular music came to life with the first music video on MTV. And the concept of internet was just starting to emerge. What a different world we have today. Technology is advancing at the fastest pace humans have ever experienced. Artificial intelligence is completely reshaping fields such as finance, marketing, and healthcare, and having influence on our daily lives as well, like suggesting your next favorite shows on Netflix or recommending products on Amazon based on your habits. Along with the positive happenings, the world also feels a little chaotic and unsettled. AI has the potential to bring about significant job displacement and workforce transformation. Social and political unrest feel like constants today as they ebb and flow the world over. And economic divisions are greater than ever. As you set out in this new journey, you will face challenges, and that will test your resilience and creativity. But remember, you have the opportunity to make this journey as meaningful and fulfilling as it can be for you and for the people around you. Let me take a moment and share my own journey. I was born and raised in Taiwan and came to the United States in my early 20s as an international student. I experienced profound cultural shock when I arrived some 40 years ago. Part of that came from a sense of insecurity as an outsider. As it were, I was a perpetual traveler who has never quite rooted, not a fully accepted member of the pack. At first, I hung out with other international students who had similar backgrounds. Over time, I became pretty good at bridging the culture gap between my fellow international students and the world around us. As I gradually transformed my sense of alienation into a personal mission and a sense of responsibility, I found peace. Since my arrival in the US and throughout my career, I have continued this role as a bridge between cultures, the culture I grew up in and the one I adopted as an adult. As graduates of Baruch, you have experienced a very special learning environment, a student body that includes people from more than 150 countries and all socio-economic backgrounds. This unique environment has given you a broad perspective and ability to relate. You have learned that someone who looks and sounds completely different than you are may have something valuable to offer, as Lara shared with you as well. It is my hope that you will leverage what you have learned at Baruch, make a positive impact. Perhaps that will help you to find a reason for your journey. If I could offer one piece of advice, it would be this: think of yourself as a bridge. Be the person who creates connections and helps others to come together. Be the person who creates connections that transcend differences. In our rapid changing world, this perspective will be your greatest asset. Amid accelerating evolution of AI and the digital transformation, our humanity is what truly connects us. The fundamental human desire to relate to one another with compassion, collaboration, and complex decision-making is irreplaceable by technology. Allow me to share another personal experience. It was my mother who taught me the power of human connections. When we walked through our neighborhood in Taipei, she would stop and chat with everyone, it seemed. I never understood why, and as a child, I often felt impatient. But now I do understand. Kindness and compassion is her way of being, and those qualities help her to find a unique meaning for her journey as a person. So where can you begin? Start by maintaining the strong relationship you have built with your classmates. These friendships will provide support, strength, and love. Also connect with the larger Baruch alumni community. No matter how busy life gets, give time and effort to these associations. There are alumni who have walked the path you may want to explore, and many will generously share their experiences with you, and you can benefit many others in the same way. You have just heard from Lara Bresch, who has championed diversity and innovation in her field. Other Baruch alumni support Latina entrepreneurs, have found nonprofits for immigrants, and address social and political issues through media. Whatever your path, there are Baruch alumni ready to support you. Talking about supporting you, now I would like you to think for a moment, your family, your friends, your parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, and that support you for you to get to where you are today. I want you to stand up and say your thanks to your friends and families here. Please stand up. Take a moment. Thank you. Please be seated. Let me close by saying that I feel a special connection to many of you here today, because I also joined Baruch in the fall of 2020. We have been on a spectacular journey together, experiencing and overcoming so many unexpected events and circumstances. Think of your time at Baruch as your dress rehearsal for the ever-changing world you are about to enter. Find the reason for your journey and let it guide you as you make a meaningful impact. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best. It is now my honor to welcome a luminary of scientific thought and educational leadership, and this year's honorary degree recipient, Dr. Sean Decatur. Dr. Decatur served at the helm of the American Museum of Natural History, guiding this iconic institution into a new era where historic legacy and scientific and educational excellence meet a vibrant tapestry of diverse people and programs. His work has amplified the museum's voice in critical conversations around access, cultural representation, and their vital roles in connecting with audiences everywhere. The narrative of Dr. Decatur's distinguished career weaves through his transformative leadership at Kenyon College, Oberlin College, and earlier at Mount Holyoke College. Holding a bachelor's degree in chemistry from Swarthmore College and a PhD in biophysical chemistry from Stanford University, his work has garnered the support of National Science Foundation and National Institute of Health, highlighting a trajectory rich in scientific research and innovation. Baruch found a profound connection with Dr. Decatur, a fellow champion in creating gateway for learning and empowerment. Just as Kenyon College embraced the American Talent Initiative under his leadership, Baruch stands as a proud participant. Both institutions united in nurturing the next generation of scholars and Fulbright awardees. Today, we not only honor his extensive contribution to the scientific community, educational landscape, and our city's cultural heart, but also look to his vision that continues to inspire students and educators alike while working to engage the public and our city in the excitement and the promise of science. Ladies and gentlemen, please extend a warm Baruch welcome to Dr. Sean Decatur.
President Wu, faculty, graduating students of the class of 2024, many thanks for this special recognition. I'm deeply honored to join with the Baruch class of 2024 on this wonderful day. But I do not accept this honor alone. I'm here because of the sacrifices, hard work, love, and support from my ancestors. From my grandfather, who traveled in 1922 as a young teen from Georgia to Northeast Ohio, driven from his home by segregation and racial violence in search of safety and opportunity with his older siblings up north. He worked multiple jobs, from farmer to custodian to movie usher to handyman, before landing a union job at a chemical refinery, where he worked through retirement. He was a strong believer that education would be a path forward to more opportunity for his children. This belief in the power of education was eventually passed down to me and has been central to my career. Indeed, it is part of what brought me to the American Museum of Natural History, which shares this core value. And my grandfather would pick me up from school, sit with me while I was doing homework, even help me with class projects. His oldest child, my mother, was a precocious student, finishing high school before 16. And my grandfather insisted that she have an opportunity to attend college herself, a somewhat radical stance for the late 1940s. Mom worked part-time jobs and took extra course loads in order to support her way through school and accelerate her graduation so that she could then help her sisters go to college. And then as a single mother, she raised 3 sons, making sure we also had extra educational opportunities whenever possible, even while she was juggling work as a teacher with extra work in the evening. And for me, as a kid interested in science, that meant signing me up for weekend and summer activities at the Cleveland Museum of Natural History, which is quite prescient considering my current role. My grandfather's no longer with us, and my mother suffers from advanced dementia, but they are with me in spirit today, and so this honor is their honor too. But it's not just my grandfather and my mother. My 2 older brothers were profound inspirations to me. I thought it was incredibly cool to have older brothers in college, and I would carry around their old textbooks to impress classmates. I'm not quite sure it had the effect I was looking for. When I was done with homework each afternoon, it was my grandmother who would be ready for a snack. She'd teach me card games with some very creative rules and introduce me to the wonderful world of soap operas. More importantly, they all cheered me on with each success, and they all encouraged me with each misstep or failure. You know, my brothers and my grandmother are also no longer with us, yet they are here in spirit today, and this honor is their honor as well. But there are many others who brought me here, teachers and mentors who guided me along my meandering scholarly and career path, and who continue to do so. My wife of over 30 years and our remarkable children, with whom I have shared times of joy and times of pain and loss. They draw me out and let me talk about my fears, which make those fears a lot more manageable. And they never doubt that I will overcome whatever barriers lie ahead. And this is their honor as well. These are my stories, but I bet they're familiar to many of you who are members of the class of 2024. Today we recognize your incredible individual accomplishments during your time at Baruch. But all of us are here because of the support of family, friends, or teachers or mentors who made it possible, who lent a listening ear and supportive voice, who heard our fears and helped us through them, who made sacrifices to be there, whether in person or in spirit, in both happy and difficult times. And as we celebrate today, we are celebrating with and for them. The path ahead will bring joy and achievement, but will also bring hardship and loss. These are inevitable parts of being human and engaging deeply in the world and with others. How you meet, address, endure, and change by those challenges will help define you. And ultimately, the greatest way in which we honor those who support us is by being there for others, by offering our support to those around us, by listening, by encouraging, by refusing to doubt their abilities. As we navigate a world that puts an increased priority on speed over grace, where curiosity about others loses out to our eagerness to move on to the next task or the next shiny new thing, and where impatience is a daily reality, we should never lose sight of the importance of relationships, those past and those still with us, that sustain all of us together. Thank you again for this honor, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Decatur, for sharing your thoughts with us today.
Tradition in higher education of presenting honorary doctoral degrees to people who have made significant difference in society. This degree is presented honoris causa, meaning for an honorable cause or reason, and it is the highest honor Baruch confers upon an individual for non-academic achievement. This year, we are proud to recognize Dr. Sean Decatur with an honorary degree honoris causa. I now ask Jessica Lang, Dean of the Weissman School of Arts and Sciences, to approach the podium.
In recognition of Dr. Sean Decatur, be it resolved that Baruch College shall award Dr. Decatur the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Sean Decatur, in recognition of your exemplary accomplishments, Baruch College is proud to bestow upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you, President Wu, and congratulations to our honoree. Today is also a day to acknowledge our wonderful faculty, some of whom are here with us today. And if you are a member of the faculty, I ask that you please stand. The faculty is the intellectual heart and soul of a college, and at Baruch we are very fortunate to have world-class talents in our professoriate. People who pursue careers in academia are making a commitment to preserve and expand the knowledge base of humanity. They do this through their scholarship, and they do this through the instruction they provide to the next generation of thinkers, doers, and civic participants. You are graduates. Members of the faculty have worked tirelessly to help you succeed academically and to take the next step in achieving your dreams. So I invite you to take this opportunity to rise and again thank your faculty. I am now honored to begin introducing some outstanding members of the class of 2024. Please join me in welcoming Fatuma Keita. Fatuma served as president of the Graduate Student Assembly for the spring 2023 through fall 2024 terms. She is a two-term Baruch alumna who earned her Bachelor of Business Administration and Management with a concentration in Human Resources in 2018, and her Master in Higher Education from the Mark School of Public Affairs and Public and International Affairs in 2024. Thank you, Fatuma, for your student leadership. It is now my pleasure to welcome Abdullah Mahdi, Executive Vice President of the Undergraduate Student Government. Today, Abdullah is receiving his BBA from the Zicklin School of Business with majors in Operations Management and Consulting and a minor in Communication Studies. In addition to serving as USG Vice President, he has served as the organization's representative senator and executive secretary. In his capacity as USG Executive Vice President, he will now address his fellow graduates.
Good morning, graduates. I just want to quickly shout out my dad. My dad's here. Love you, Dad. Welcome and congratulations. Welcome to your commencement ceremony. Note that the key word here is commencement, meaning that this is not the end, but rather the beginning of all of your incredible futures. I'm so proud of all of us for reaching this significant milestone in all of our lives. As I look out at all of you today, I can't help but think about how surreal this moment is. It's unbelievable just how quickly 4 years have passed. If you haven't had the pleasure of knowing me, I'm Abdullah, a first-gen student from the Bronx. Yeah, the Bronx, yeah. Throughout most of my life, I was pretty shy and introverted. Growing up, I never thought I had anything valuable to contribute in many spaces. In high school, I dreaded debates and Socratic seminars where I was supposed to have an opinion and voice it. Even when starting my college years, I always hoped I'd somehow luck out and never have to present in any of my classes. Funny story, in my first Zoom class at Baruch, I actually clicked leave meeting in the middle of class just to avoid introducing myself. A task that seemed so simple had incited so much fear and anxiety in me. So one could say, throughout my life, I stayed within my comfort zone. I've always had big aspirations. I wanted to travel the world for work or manage high-profile projects as a project manager. And during the pandemic, I, like many of you, had a lot of time to reflect on just life. When thinking about my career and future, I realized that if I wanted to get to where I needed to be, I had to break through this personal barrier and start believing in myself. There had to be some untapped potential in me somewhere. I mean, I got accepted to Baruch, right? After coming to this realization, I started to push myself in unprecedented ways. I began to apply for various leadership positions in and out of Baruch. And whenever I submitted these applications, I still had moments of self-doubt and almost disbelief, like, whoa, this is actually happening. From pointing thousands of students to academic resources as an orientation leader, to hosting large-scale events during my time in the undergraduate student government, I became the leader I never thought I would be. Through these various leadership experiences, I was able to shake off many of my insecurities and develop in-demand skills like public speaking and even managing others. Fast forward to today, I'm here at Commencement addressing you, my classmates. Funny story, I intentionally did not run for the president position so I wouldn't have to give this speech. But here I am today, funny enough. It just goes to show you that with hard work, confidence, and resilience, the world is your oyster. Speaking of resilience, I'm sure this is a skill that we've all nearly perfected by now. For most of us, we graduated high school and started at Baruch at the peak of the pandemic, where we had to navigate our world through a screen. Yet, through it all, we persevered. We learned online, connected virtually, and found strength in our shared experiences. And just in case it hasn't hit yet, we're here. We survived this wild ride called college. We survived CUNY first, calculus, and most importantly, our wonderful 17 Lex elevators. We took on new challenging courses and pursued various extracurricular opportunities. As we embark on this next chapter of our lives, I encourage you to continue stepping outside of your comfort zone. View discomfort as a sign of growth rather than a barrier to your success. Pursue career opportunities that seem daunting, speak up during meetings at work, and take up space. I promise it will be okay. Just know that every experience outside of your comfort zone is an opportunity for your personal and professional growth. Finally, I urge you all to keep in touch. Keep in touch with your classmates, friends, faculty, advisors, and anyone who has made an impact on your college career. These relationships will offer support, open doors to new opportunities, and provide a sense of community as you navigate the next chapters of your life. Your personal network is so valuable, so don't forget to maintain it. A simple text message or a quick phone call can go a long way in the busyness that is life. And with that, I wish you all the best of luck in your very bright futures. Congratulations, class of 2024. Let's go out there and seize every opportunity.
Thank you, Abdullah, and congratulations. A variety of awards and honors are also bestowed on our graduating students each year, and there are too many to be distributed individually at these exercises. To give these outstanding individuals the special recognition they deserve, President Wu and I, along with Art King, Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students, and leaders from our 3 academic schools, hosted the Student Achievement Awards ceremony on May 8th, where 223 awards were presented to 203 students. The awards recognize academic excellence, leadership, community involvement, athletic success, and outstanding achievements in specific disciplines. May I ask that the graduates who received awards at that ceremony please rise and accept our congratulations. I would now like to introduce 2 more outstanding members of the class of 2024, the salutatorian and valedictorian. I would like to ask that this year's salutatorian, Stacy Steinfeld, please rise and be recognized. Stacy is graduating with a BS in Public Affairs with minors in Psychology and Law and Policy, and was the featured student speaker at our annual Student Achievement Awards ceremony on May 8th. Congratulations, Stacy. And now, I'm honored to introduce your valedictorian, Samantha Liu. Samantha will earn a BBA from Baruch College and Macaulay Honors College with majors in statistics and quantitative modeling and 2 minors in human resources management and New York City interdisciplinary studies. Please join me in congratulating Samantha Liu, valedictorian of the class of 2024, who will now address her fellow graduates.
Thank you, Provost Essig, for that warm introduction. Good morning, President Wu, Provost Essig, esteemed faculty and staff, proud parents, friends, and family, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2024. As we gather here today, I'm struck by the weight of this moment. Today is a testament to our years of hard work, determination, and resilience in the face of truly unprecedented challenges, and for that, I echo the words we've heard many times today. Congratulations on this monumental achievement. Before I begin, I first want to acknowledge our spectacular salutatorian, Stacy. You're an inspiration to all and will do incredible things. I also want to take a moment to thank the important people who made our journey to this day possible. First, to our amazing professors and mentors. You've challenged us to push the boundaries of our knowledge. You've inspired us to reach new heights of achievement. And occasionally, you've even made us question our life choices. But hey, that's what college is all about, finding exactly what we don't like so that we are one step closer to finding what we love. Next, to our families, whether genetic or chosen. For many of us, they have been our greatest champions, our strongest advocates, and our most trusted confidants. They have given so much to give us the chance to pursue our dreams, which often came at a great personal cost. And because of this, we owe them a debt of gratitude that can never truly be repaid. I especially want to give a large thank you to my parents. Today, I am joined by my mom and dad right over there, Linda and Louis. They are both proud products of CUNY. My mom attended Hunter College for her undergrad, and she is now celebrating her 28th year of being a New York City public school teacher for PS 249 Duquesne School right here in Brooklyn. My mom was the one who cultivated my love for education as both a receiver of knowledge and a giver. My dad went to our very own Baruch College for his undergrad, where he worked full-time from 9 to 5 and then attended classes right after in true Baruch student fashion. Through my dad, I knew it was possible to attend Baruch as a full-time student, to hold leadership positions, and to work part-time internships all at the same time as if they were 40 hours in a day. And now, my younger sister, Melanie, who's also here right now, will be starting her undergraduate career at Hunter College this upcoming fall. As you can see, my family is in one long battle to figure out which school is the better CUNY on Lexington Ave. It's Baruch. But despite the years that have separated my college experience from my parents, the ribbon that intertwines both of our experiences is CUNY's everlasting mission to providing a public education to all students, regardless of means or background. Baruch is a beautiful example of diversity in action. You see diversity in the classrooms, in the club suite where every student can find a home, and in the vibrant plaza where we all share a collective fear of getting hit in the head by a volleyball. From first-generation students blazing new trails to parents balancing family and academia, our campus is a mosaic of united by individuals who share a shared sense of knowledge and success. Regardless of our backgrounds, we are united by our journey through Baruch, where we not only created lifelong friendships, we've also discovered our potential. Now, we are graduating during a very unique time marked by a challenging job market, the escalating climate crisis, and devastating humanitarian crises. In the past year alone, we have seen the true power that AI and advanced technologies have in shaping the world, with the misinformation they spread, the divides they deepen, but also the innovation they create. We are not only the generation that feels the weight of these issues, we are also the ones that bear the responsibility to tackle them head on. I know this responsibility may feel overwhelming as soon-to-be new grads, but I want to remind us that overcoming difficult challenges is something that our class is very familiar with. Not too long ago, many of us entered Baruch during the chaos of a global pandemic. For many of us, our first interactions with college was through an online orientation where we sat on Zoom, box to box. We embraced virtual learning as well as we could. We navigated online club life, attending online general interest meetings, and we created connections in a world that seemed so distant. And yet, through it all, we persevered. We returned to campus driven by a shared sense of purpose and a determination to succeed against all odds. Our club suite is now bustling with students across all organizations, and the liveliness can be attributed to the incredible student leaders that made this possible. In the face of adversity, I think back to the words of Helen Keller, who once noted, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it." We have already demonstrated our ability to overcome obstacles, to adapt to change, and to emerge stronger on the other side, and I have no doubt that we will continue to do so in the years to come. So as we embark on our journeys past Baruch College, no matter how far we go, I implore you to always look back. And by that, I don't mean look back and revel in the past. I mean look back and remember the path you walked, with the people you met, the challenges you faced, the successes you won. I'll never forget the support I received from the Baruch Honors and Macaulay communities, the empowerment I gained from the Baruch Financial Women's Association, and the transformative opportunities given to me by the community at the Rockefeller Foundation, which took a chance on me as only a sophomore. These are some of the communities who made me who I am today, and they serve as a constant reminder to always look back and give back as I move ahead in my journey forward. But most importantly, I hope that you always take the time to look back and remember someone who might be very familiar to you actually, specifically that younger version of yourself. That innocent, wide-eyed child who believed anything was possible, who saw the world as a canvas ready to be painted with their dreams. Nothing was a limit to them, And when asked the question, "What do you want to be?" they responded with, "Everything." Where you are right now, know that you're everything that your younger self dreamed you would be. And when in doubt, always strive to make the younger version of yourself feel proud. So entering into this next chapter of our lives, let us do so with courage and with an unstoppable belief in our own potential. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead as opportunities. Hold on to the optimism and limitless imagination of our younger selves, and never forget the communities and values that have guided us throughout. My fellow graduates, I'll end with this. The road ahead may be long and uncertain, but it is also filled with an endless amount of possibility. We leave Baruch College with confidence, knowing that we have the skills and capabilities to determine our own destiny. Because at the end of the day, graduating from one of the best public universities in the heart of the best city in the world means that we have established ourselves here in New York City. And I'm sure we all know how the saying goes. If we can make it here, we can make it anywhere. So whether your journey takes you to a career halfway across the world or to Atlanta, like me, where I'll be pursuing career with visa, conquer it like you've already conquered Baruch. Our journey through Baruch may have been unconventional, but it has prepared us for the challenges that lie ahead. So let us go forth from Baruch College with gratitude, with optimism, and with the sense of purpose that has no bounds, because through everything, we, Baruch graduates, are unstoppable. Thank you and congratulations again.
Thank you, Samantha, for those inspiring words. And Samantha, stay in touch with us. Let us know how that journey to Atlanta unfolds. At this time, I'm happy to introduce Greg Laparati, Director of Alumni Relations and Volunteer Engagement, to officially welcome you to the Baruch alumni family of over 170,000 Baruchians.
Thank you, Provost Essig. Good morning, class of 2024. My name is Gregory Leparati, and I'm the Director of Alumni Relations and Volunteer Engagement. I would like to personally congratulate you and your families on this wonderful milestone. All those countless hours studying, writing papers, and yes, waiting in line for elevators, finally paid off. You're about to become Baruch College alumni. I want to stress, though, graduation is not goodbye. You're now joining a community of more than 170,000 alumni, a dynamic group of professionals who lead industries and work at some of the world's most exciting companies and organizations. This network is a lot of things. It's local, with more than 100,000 alumni in the tri-state area alone. It's national, with regional chapters and events everywhere from Washington, D.C. to Chicago, Miami to San Francisco to Atlanta, and it's also global, with alumni residing in more than 110 different countries worldwide. In fact, we had an event in Taiwan near the end of last year with President Wu that drew a crowd of nearly 100 alumni. So always remember, wherever your life and career take you, there will be Baruch alumni nearby. Our job in the Office of Alumni Relations and Volunteer Engagement is to make sure you stay connected to that network. We host close to 100 events and programs each year, virtually and in person, to facilitate networking by industry and interests. We host seminars and webinars with alumni and faculty speakers, as well as professional development and financial literacy programs. We also host corporate events, bringing together alumni who work within major companies and organizations to get to know one another and help strengthen their own personal networks. And we help facilitate mentoring. As a student, some of you may have participated in the Executives on Campus program, the Financial Women's Association, or attended a Baruch and Beyond Roundtable. In a few years, once you've established yourselves professionally, we hope you'll consider returning the favor and coming back as an alumni mentor to share your own insight with the next generation. So, don't be a stranger. Please keep us posted on all the great things happening to you personally and professionally so that we can write about it in our alumni magazine or post about it on social media. Update your email address with us so you receive our messages. Check out our website and upcoming events, and simply stay in touch. In fact, you can start today by tagging us in your graduation photos at Baruch_alumni on Instagram, because we'd love to see how you and your families celebrate this wonderful milestone. Again, we're so proud of you for all you've already accomplished as students, and we can't wait to see what you do next. So congratulations once again, and welcome to your Baruch Alumni Network.
Thank you, Greg. We look forward to our graduates staying involved at Baruch as alumni and passing the torch to the next generation of students. Meanwhile, on Friday, June 7th, during a CUNY-wide ceremony at David Geffen Hall at Lincoln Center, Baruch College will award PhD degrees to 5 students who completed their coursework and dissertations in business administration under the supervision of Baruch faculty. 4 students who had their PhDs conferred in October 2023 and February 2024 are also being acknowledged today. We are proud to honor those students as graduates of Baruch College, and I ask those who are in attendance today to stand and be recognized. Nguyen Hai Do, Dana Rochelle LaCondra Nugent, Andrea Peleas Martinez, Jun Sung Won, Yu King Yang, Yu Xiao Lu, Diego Koch Alves, Jeffrey Agugliaro, and Eric Yi Lu. Congratulations on your significant accomplishments. And now we get to the moment that you've all been working toward and waiting for. It's time to begin the conferral of undergraduate and graduate degrees granted by Baruch College of the City University of New York. I invite Mark Steen, Sherry Ryan to join me at the podium, and I ask that all of you who are candidates for graduate degrees in the Austin W. Marks School of Public and International Affairs to please rise. Presenting the candidates is Mark Steen, Sherry Ryan.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the Austin W. Marks School of Public and International Affairs, I'm pleased to present you the candidates for Master of Public Administration, Executive Master of Public Administration, Master of International Affairs, and Master of Education and Higher Education Administration. And I respectfully request that they be awarded the degree earned with all of the rights and privileges hereto. These 231 students, guided by the democratic principles upon which our government, schools, and nonprofit organizations are built, are prepared to make the world a more equitable place. Their leadership will be instrumental in the fields of their chosen endeavors, whether human rights, world peace, sustainability, economic and social justice, education, or health and welfare. Accepting a symbolic diploma on behalf of their classmates is Oluchi Lillian Agbanyem.
Please be seated. I now ask that all of you who are candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in the Austin W. Marks School of Public and International Affairs to please rise. Dean Ryan.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the Austin W. Marks School of Public and International Affairs, I am proud to present to you these students from among the 35 candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree and respectfully request that they be awarded the degree earned with all of the rights and privileges hereto. These students are entering careers in public service with the desire to create positive change, and we have every faith that they will do so. Accepting a symbolic diploma for the candidates is Peter Buffalo Fry.
Please be seated, and thank you, Dean Ryan. I invite Dean Jessica Lang to the podium and ask that all candidates for graduate degrees in the George and Mildred Weissman School of Arts and Sciences to please rise. Presenting the candidates is Dean Jessica Lang.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the Weissman School of Arts and Sciences, I am so pleased to present to you the candidates for Master of Arts in Arts Administration, Master of Arts in Corporate Communication, Master of Science in Financial Engineering, Master of Science in Industrial Organizational Psychology, Executive Master of Science in Industrial Organizational Psychology, and Master of Arts in Mental Health Counseling. I respectfully request that they be awarded the degree earned with all the rights and privileges hereto. These 150 candidates have been trained to lead cultural institutions, become the guiding voices for businesses, advance financial trading and markets, strengthen organizational structure and performance, and support the mental health needs of our communities. Their training and vision will advance and contribute to our society, and their leadership will transform our interactions with culture, media, financial markets, professional organizations, and individual and communal health. Accepting a symbolic diploma on behalf of their classmates is Dominique Tinsley.
Congratulations, and please be seated. Will all of the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the Weissman School of Arts and Sciences please rise?
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the Weissman School of Arts and Sciences, I am so proud to present to you these students from among the 933 candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science degrees, and respectfully request that they be awarded the degree earned with all of the rights and privileges hereto. These candidates have pursued training in the arts, the fine arts, the humanities, the social sciences, and the sciences. They are entering careers in every professional arena imaginable, and their impact and success will be transformative. Accepting a symbolic diploma for the candidates is Divine Adinyi.
Congratulations, and please be seated. I invite Willem Koikerdien Bruce Weber to the podium. And I ask that all of you who are candidates for graduate degrees in the Zicklin School of Business to please rise. Presenting the candidates is Willem Koikerdien of the Zicklin School of Business, Bruce Weber.
Mr. President, before you stand the candidates for the Master of Business Administration Executive Master of Business Administration, the Executive Master of Business Administration in Healthcare Administration, the Master of Science, Executive Master of Science in Human Resource Management, and the Doctor of Business Administration degrees. The candidates presented today are among the 1,230 students who have mastered the science and administration of business and who are astute and ethical business people poised for positions of leadership. On behalf of the Zicklin School's faculty, I respectfully ask that you award them the degrees earned. Accepting a symbolic diploma on behalf of the class is Laura Gresson.
Congratulations, and please be seated. Finally, will all of the candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration in the Zicklin School of Business please rise?
Mr. President, I am honored to present to you an incredibly driven, talented, and academically prepared 2,830 candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration. On behalf of the Zicklin School's faculty, I respectfully ask that you award them their degrees as earned. Accepting a symbolic diploma on behalf of the class is Andrew Park.
Thank you, Dean Weber. I now ask all the candidates of all the schools to rise together for the conferral of their degrees. President Wu, on behalf of the entire faculty of the Bernard M. Baruch College of the City University of New York, I present to you all of the candidates that have been assembled here today.
Thank you. Thank you, Provost Essig. This is my favorite part of the school year. Candidates, by virtue of the authority granted by the Charter of the State of New York to the Board of Trustees and vested in me this day, I confer upon each of you the degree you have earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto. In accordance with the honorary academic tradition, you can now slowly move the tassel from the right side of your motherboard to the left. Congratulations, you are now a proud member of the Baruch College alumni community.
Wu said, you have now joined an exceptional group, the alumni of Baruch College, who distinguish themselves in the vibrant commercial, civic, cultural, and intellectual life of this great city and beyond. I want to thank our soloist, Blake Augustus, our Chief Marshal, Marco DeSena, and a great team of the college's staff, headed by Damali Smith-Tolson, Director of Student Life, and Dr. Kenya Lee, Chief of Staff for Baruch College, for their wonderful contributions to today's celebration. Please thank them. It is fitting that the final act of these commencement ceremonies is the singing of the Baruch College alma mater, led by Blake Augustus. The words and music can be found on the overhead screens and in the first page of your program. I invite you to rise and sing along.
Standing high above the city's mighty roar, Bernard Baruch, we sing to you now and evermore, praising you for years. We will always be proud to call you alma mater, jubilant and free. Knowledge of the world, the honor it will bring. Oh, what you have given us, that is why we sing. Your dignity and strength makes our spirits soar. Bernard Baruch, we sing to you forevermore. Bernard Baruch, we sing to you forevermore.
Thank you. Thank you, Blake. That was wonderful. And thank you, Provost Essig. And let's congratulate to today's candidates one more time. On behalf of Baruch College, I thank everyone for attending today and taking part in this special day of celebration. Thank you.
Mr. President, this concludes the commencement ceremony. Parents and guests, please remain seated during the recessional. Graduates and faculty, please stand for the academic recessional. I hereby declare that these exercises of the 2024 commencement of Bernard M. Baruch College of the City University of New York are now concluded. God bless.